Hello, everyone. This is Heidi with Downtown NorCal Live, and today I have Dr. Julie Helmus of Helmus Optometry. Welcome, Julie.
Hi, Heidi. Thank you for having me.
So let's get right into it. You are considered an essential business, but even doctors' offices are changing their practices. I'm talking about medical doctors. How have you changed your practice, and what guidelines are you operating under?
Ooh, lots of changes right now. We definitely have a new normal. You know, right at the beginning of this, I shut down the clinic completely. 2 weeks, no action while we gathered more information and saw how it evolved. But we had, even during that time, a lot of need for emergent eye issues. So we did reopen after those 2 week period, that 2 week period, excuse me. So right now we're open for 3 days a week, and what we've done to keep myself, my team, and the patients safe is we're limiting the amount of people who enter our office, so just 1 or 2 patients scheduled. So you're really only allowed in here if you have an appointment. Even if you're just picking up glasses or picking up contacts, we're going to put you on the schedule. We're really trying to do everything from our lovely little picnic table in the parking lot. So that's our version of curbside delivery. And then patients who are entering the office, we are phone screening them for symptoms and also for symptoms for those in their family and their households. We're taking their temperature when they arrive. We're asking that they wash their hands immediately upon entering. We have germ shields. We're all wearing masks. You know what a lot of places are doing around here, but I think this is our new normal for the foreseeable future, and now it's part of the routine. It feels right for the time.
Yeah. So I know a lot of folks are just trying to stay at home no matter what, and might be avoiding what could be a serious issue. What are some guidelines you can give patients who, might avoid a call? When should they actually call and say, hey, I need to be seen?
I love that question. So first and foremost, I have a team member who is here 5 days a week. So you can call into the office. Even if we're closed, we might still answer because we're here behind locked doors. And you can always write to us on through our website. So do not hesitate to reach out. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm around to field questions. But in terms of symptoms, you know, the real concern for someone like myself who does primarily primary care is that, you know, we're postponing all of our routine appointments. And so now the issues that we would have caught during the routine annual eye exam are being, missed we're not able to catch those before they become some possibly irreversible, sight-threatening problem or cause, the real issue is, right, irreversible vision loss. So basically, do not ignore changes or weird symptoms. When we have problems with our eye internally, there's no associated pain. And pain, of course, is a great prompt to get you into the doctor's office. Well, when there's no pain with the eye, people tend to say, oh, I'll just sleep on it and I'll see if it goes away on its own. And that gets us into trouble a lot of the time. So if you have weird symptoms and primarily like a flashing light in your vision, a sudden onset of floaters, kind of like someone shaking pepper in your vision, this is not normal, especially big prominent floaters, like a curtain or a veil over your vision. You're going to say to yourself, wow, this is weird. That's when you call us. A lot of things that affect the front of the eye that cause redness, discharge, a lot of those things we can address without an appointment. They tend to be ocular allergies, conjunctivitis, sometimes an inflammatory event. If patients are contact lens wearers, then we worry about a different host of issues, but that can be triaged usually over the phone. If this is like a weird visual phenomenon, we're going to need to do a dilated eye exam. And just on Wednesday, we did have to send a patient to retinal surgery. He had a really weird new floater. He had it for about a week. It wasn't going away. He came in, and I was happy to say we got him into UC Davis the next day. So
Wow.
he's going to be okay, but he did end up having retinal surgery.
So the advice is don't hesitate to call, because you can always talk to somebody on the phone.
I'm happy to talk to you guys on the phone. Yeah, it's nice to connect with people these days.
For sure. So prevention, a lot of us are at home on computers all day, and that's a change in our lifestyle. I mean, computers have been a part of our lives for a long time, but this is a new accelerated sort of normal. So what would you recommend to folks to prevent problems?
I love this question. It's one I get a lot practicing in Davis. Our patient populace, very studious, academics and a lot of professionals. So we're logging 8 to 15 hours of screen time a day. I definitely worry about children and the development or the progression of nearsightedness. We call that myopia. I foresee that becoming more of a problem because of all of this online tutorial, with the school systems all changing. So I expect to see more nearsighted children after this. The advice I give my mommy friends and my neighbors is get those kids outside. I know parks are closed right now, but really children should be outside 3 hours a day to prevent the progression of myopia. And there's some more nuanced guidelines about that. I actually have a doctor here who specializes, Dr. Lana too, in myopia prevention. I think the old age of optometry was, you're nearsighted, let's give you glasses. And then every year we make those glasses stronger and stronger. Well, right now we're really focused on preventing children from becoming nearsighted and dramatically nearsighted. So we're trying to address this issue, and we've got some really great new tools to do that. But yeah, get the kids outside, absolutely take breaks when you're logging all of this screen time. So if you can take a break every half an hour, look out the window, stretch, hydrate, relax your gaze. That's good for your posture, good for your eyes too. And the other thing to keep in mind is dry eye. So when we look at digital devices, studies show that we don't blink as often, and we don't close our eyes completely when we blink. So our eyes get really dry. So, staying hydrated, going for a lubricant and our artificial tear, taking breaks. I love these are my computer glasses. I love glasses. And they have a special coating on them. It's a blue light blocker. So these are the ones I don anytime I'm on the screen. And I'm a big advocate of the blue blocking lens technology that we have now. But yeah, sorry, that was a long-winded answer.
Well, I did want to ask about those the blue light glasses, so we can get those through Helmus Optometry. Is that right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. And you have an online store for basic products as well?
Yeah, I'm my comfort zone is definitely in the exam room. So I've been learning a lot about IT and web design. I have of course a team of helpers, but right now our online store, you really can only buy gift certificates, and you should definitely check it out because it has a ton of cute animals and glasses. So the pictures are adorable. But in terms of actually getting glasses, that's one of the things that you kind of have to be face to face with to pick out a frame and to allow us to take measurements. So you can schedule an hour block to meet with just one optician in our store, and we can help you with that way. Or better yet, you can wait on that a couple months too if you're more comfortable with that.
Okay. And then in terms of what patients should be doing now to prepare to reopen, what would you recommend?
Give us a call, get on the schedule. It's great to think ahead. I am expecting a pretty big backlog. So, I think this closure is going to create a pent-up need for eye care. So get on the schedule. We're scheduling for June, July. Fall and winter is always a really busy time for eye care services because of a lot of insurance plans expire. They're on a calendar basis. So people try to rush in to utilize their available benefits before the end of the year. Instead of waiting till December, schedule for October. That'd be my advice for now.
Okay. And in terms of, you're a very hopeful person. And we were talking earlier about this potentially being an opportunity time. What did you mean by that?
Well, definitely here we are week 4 into this pandemic, at least in California, perhaps. At first I was I was shocked and numb and went through all the stages of grief like most of us have, right? Wondering, oh great, why does this have to happen during my lifetime, or when my children are so young, or why is this happening now when my business is soaring? But then we were closed, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're never closed for 2 weeks. What can I do to maximize this unique time? And so I immediately set about upgrading equipment, software, everything I could. We did this huge transfer of retinal photos. It's actually been an incredibly productive time. My team, vision care, eye care, it's such a detail-oriented field. Technology is changing, insurance rules are always changing. And so to really be able to get them all to sit down, Zoom meetings, whatnot, and to focus on training, identify, our weaknesses, really dive into those metrics. I really do think, it's all about turning lemons into lemonade, right? So doing our best to maximize this weird, unique period of history for the better, and so that we can come out stronger. So, yeah.
As a small business owner, how survivable does this feel to you?
Oh, that's a good question, Heidi. That's something I think that's changed a lot in the last 4-week period. At first it was really scary. Now, I'm incredibly grateful for our friends at River City Bank, because Helmus Optometry did get a PPP loan. And so now I'm feeling pretty fortunate and good. I do worry about my downtown here and my friends with businesses, my neighbors. So we'll see. It's going to be leaner times, but eye care and vision needs, they're critical, and we need to be able to see, and I don't foresee that going away. So we might have to be more efficient, and things are changing, but I'm feeling good right now.
That's great. We do need you to survive, and I plan to make my appointment with your staff as soon as we hang up. So I know.
And you've been a patient for a long time too.
I have. We've been talking to Dr. Julie Helmus of Helmus Optometry. I run interviews with local businesses, small businesses, Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturday. So I look forward to you joining me next Monday. And I want to give a big thanks to Dr. Helmus for joining me.
Thank you, Heidi. Stay well.
You too.